Wrestling fans, this is C.J. Bentley here for the North American Wrestling Alliance. I'm joined here at ringside by Thurston Cogdell III, half owner of the North American Wrestling Alliance. Thurston, welcome to the program.
Thank you. It's a sad day for me. My daddy always taught me anything I wanted, I could have. But after what happened at the Thunderdome, I guess I got a partner now. And my band moves are back, and just going to have to work with it. And I guess I got a new goal, and that's to make money. And if I have to do it with that goofball, Cool Breeze, I guess that's what I'll have to do.
There you have it, folks, from Thurston Cogdell III.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, Thurston Cogdell III, now a 50% owner. He's finally showed his face after what happened at the Thunderdome. The band moves are no longer banned, and Cool Breeze is now his partner, but Cool Breeze wasn't there. He's mysteriously missing there, Redbeard.
Yeah, that's a big thing there. You have to wonder, where is Cool Breeze and what exactly is going on with him? If he's partial owner of the company, shouldn't he be here making those decisions alongside Thurston Cogdell III?
Well, that's something we're going to have to get to the bottom of and find out what Cool Breeze is up to, where he is absent. But now we're going to take you to the ring. We got the Southern Fire, Amp Dominick. The Enigma taking on a new face here in NAWA, the rookie sensation, Sin with S-I-N. Not sure what that means.
I tell you, he better be on the lookout for that
and read
bottle.
How bad Sin is.
He better be on the lookout for that bottle of Ugly Bee gone there, because as we've seen numerous times here recently, Amp Dominick is not shy about dousing someone with that substance. We still don't know what Ugly Bee gone is, Michael.
Well, if you followed us on social media, Redbeard, you would know that C.J. Bentley asked Amp Dominick what was in Ugly Bee gone, and it's something along the lines of Sudafed and a whole bunch of mess.
Well,
so obviously there's something. We're getting sort of to the bottom of that question.
We're getting, we'll say, somewhat close. There's a pinfall attempt there. 2 count only, says the referee. Oh, just a blatant poke of the eyes there by Dominick.
And as you know, Amp Dominick doesn't care to follow the rules or listen too much to the referee. He takes advantage of all the rules he can here in the ring.
Any opportunity to get a win, Amp Dominick has shown himself to be willing to do whatever it takes there. Now another pinfall, still only a 2 count.
Last time we saw Amp Dominick, he was in the ring with NAWA Light Heavyweight Champion for the second time, Thomas Extreme, and that match was thrown out due to the referee losing control of it. Both of those matches ended in controversy. We need to see these two guys again, so hopefully somewhere down the road, but last time I spoke to Amp, he said he's not really concerned with Thomas Extreme right now. He's going to deal with him on his own time.
Well, that's just a general lack of disrespect. Oh, excuse me. That's a general show of disrespect there by Amp Dominick, which he, I have to say that's totally characteristic for someone like him. Just to try and discredit one of our best champions here that we have in NAWA.
Well, I'd chalk it up to mind games and just playing with Thomas's emotions, because he knows Thomas gets fired up very, very easily, and Amp's really trying to take advantage of that.
For sure.
But back to the in-ring action here. The rookie sensation, not Dre White, not really being able to handle Amp Dominick here so far. Oh, wait a minute there. Goes for a roll-up.
Not able to get the pinfall there, though. Sensation's starting to get a little bit of a thing going there, but not enough there for Amp Dominick.
Quickly cut off with the forearm right across the face. And Amp is one of the most vicious men in the ring. Just like, look right here. He does this constantly. Just puts the boot, right to the skull and just right in front of the referee's face.
He gets to a point, Michael, in almost every match where he almost wants to play with his opponent. Like he's trying to play with it as if it was some kind of a wounded animal that he's been attacking, and now he suddenly realizes, hey, I can do whatever I want with you. And that's exactly where Sensation finds himself right now, at the mercy of Amp Dominick.
You almost have to feel for this rookie sensation, so to speak, drawing such a tough opponent in his first match here in NAWA Championship Wrestling.
That is the absolute truth here, because, as you said, Amp Dominick has a true vicious streak to him. There's an arm drag, though, sends Amp Dominick retreating to the outside. Did he maybe take a stinger to that elbow there, Michael? He's suddenly out here not wanting to get back in the ring.
I don't know if he took a stinger to the elbow or not, but Amp is so smart, cerebral in the ring. If he loses momentum, he always goes to the outside to recuperate and just play with the opponent.
And there you see getting a little bit of play from one of our female fans at ringside there as well. I have to say, Amp is something of a ladies' man, so that's not a total surprise there. But at the same time, here he's continuing to show ring awareness and just what he can do in playing with sensation here.
Smartly breaking the 10 count in place by the referee so he can continue to prance around the ring, so to speak.
You have to say this is giving Sensation a chance to recover here as well, so he has to be mindful of that too.
He's messing around with Mama Bear. You don't want to mess around with that lady.
Definitely not.
And again, just playing and taunting the rookie Sensation from the outside. Luckily, he's finally back in the ring. Oh! Goes for a lockup and just punches the young kid right in the face. And again, with those boots right to the head, goes Amp Dominick.
Continuing to show offense that is nothing but disrespectful in terms of grinding away at this man. There's a attempted pinfall.
This is going to be a huge learning experience for this young man, being in the ring with someone so experienced and so vicious and violent in there. He's
Sensation trying to bridge out of this pinfall combination. Getting his head up off the mat. Showing a really good feat of strength here is Sensation. Oh, wow.
Just like we said earlier, taking advantage of every situation in the ring, Amp Dominick smartly stomps this kid right in the gut.
Those boots, we know the story behind those boots, or at least the story that Amp Dominick has told us anyway. He is definitely using those to grind away at Sensation here. But Sensation, you have to say, he's gotten a few lucky shots in here.
Oh boy, what's he got? Well, we know what he's got.
We know what he's got, but we still don't know what's in there, and that's what I'm worried about. Because Sensation's about to eat a whole bottle. Oh, there it is. And the referee has called for the bell here, disqualifying Amp Dominick for using Ugly Be Gone to potentially blind Sensation there. What in the world, Michael?
He just doesn't give a crap what he does. Amp Dominick says he's a god. He doesn't get judged by man. He wins and loses on his own accord. We're going to take...
Ladies and gentlemen, this is C.J. Bentley here with the North American Wrestling Alliance. I'm joined here at ringside by Derek Driver and the illustrious Perry James. Perry, what happened at Thunderdome?
What happened at Thunderdome is emotions get high, CJ, and people don't know their place. But you know, somebody like me, being the illustrious Perry James I've been for the last 20 years, I don't mind putting people in their place. And I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's some of these morons and sweat hogs that come to places like Morganton and Lenore. I don't care if it's some boarhead in the back who thinks they own it all. Go ahead and pull up a seat and sit on the edge and understand what you're looking at is the illustrious Perry James. If there's anybody that calls the shots, if there is anybody is the master manipulator, it's me. And that's exactly what happened at Thunderdome. You cross me, and you just might not be ever heard of again.
There you have it, folks, from Perry James.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you see here is footage from the Thunderdome match as Hunter Thompson laid his hands on Perry James there, and Perry was having none of that whatsoever. And now we've just found out Hunter Thompson is gone.
And this is footage that was not shown on NAWA Championship Wrestling. You had to be there live to see the confrontation. And as you can tell, well, Hunter Thompson is gone.
Wrestling fan C.J. Bentley here at ringside with Adam James. Adam, your partner Leo Pryde got hurt. What happened?
I'm still not sure what happened. His prognosis looks like he's going to be out for a couple weeks. He won't be part of the tournament, but I promised everybody that I'll find someone. I've made a few phone calls, and nothing's definite yet, but I'm pretty sure I got someone coming back.
So you're going to have a partner with Buddy Shane Memorial, is that correct?
Oh, yeah. I don't make stuff up. I'm going to have somebody there.
Again, folks, this is footage of Leo Pryde's injury. We were just alerted. The fans saw him outside, laying outside. He was attacked. We still don't know who attacked him. Adam James still doesn't know who attacked him. Who is Adam James going to have as a partner in the Buddy Shane Memorial Tag Team Tournament? We're going to find out here soon. He says he's got someone, but we're still waiting to get word on the condition of Leo Pryde.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we return to the ring, and this will be action highlighting the Russian there, Boris Baronov, as he is flanked, as always, by Golden Gladiator number 2, his fellow Russian sympathizer, I guess you could call him there, Michael.
I wouldn't call him a lot worse than that, but Boris Baronov, the former NAWA United States champion, losing that title to none other than Mama Snodgrass's favorite wrestler, Stuart Snodgrass, not long ago here on this program. But Boris is drawing a tough matchup here tonight. He's going to be taking on Little Donnie, and everybody knows my love for Little Donnie. I think tonight is going to be the end of the losing streak here on NAWA Championship Wrestling for Little Donnie.
Let's not put the cart in front of the horse there, Michael. Yeah. We've seen Little Donnie plenty of times on this here program to know just what he's capable of. But if you want to see what we're talking about in terms of the history of this program, folks, go ahead and look back into the archives here on the NAWA YouTube channel. Give it a chance and see what is actually going on with the promotion here. And if you would so be inclined, please also subscribe to the channel. That way you'll know whenever we've uploaded new content.
You know something, I don't have a cart, I don't have a horse, Redbeard, but, Little Donnie's got Diamond Jack with him now. Luckily, he'll be out here at ringside, hopefully, to watch Little Donnie's back against these two sneaky little pieces of crap known as Boris Baronov and the Golden Gladiator.
Those are strong words there, Michael. But look at the belt buckle there on Diamond Jack. That's an impressive individual if I've ever seen one.
There's not a better face to represent the United States of America than that face right there. And these two gentlemen, Little Donnie and Diamond Jack, they hold the pride of America on their shoulders here tonight against this Russian, and they're going to bring that victory home. I can just guarantee you that.
We'll see what happens here. At least they have a set of even odds with Diamond Jack being in ringside. Sort of evens out the fact that Boris Baronov is never too far away from his compatriot there, Golden Gladiator number 2, prancing around with that hammer and sickle on his underwear there.
Look at that face, the face of America, ladies and gentlemen. Little Donnie will be victorious here tonight. The everyman, the common man of America, Little Donnie.
He definitely qualifies for the everyman comment there, but we'll see what he's got for Boris. We cannot discredit either of these two men because the fact that they are both ring veterans. Both of them have put years into developing their skills as grapplers, so they might have something here for us that might be a surprise, Michael.
Now I mentioned that Diamond Jack is from Meat Locker, North Carolina. Doesn't get much more American than that.
Well, I'm still trying to determine where exactly Meat Locker, North Carolina might be.
Well, if you have a horse and a cart, I'm sure you have a map and a globe or Google.
I might be able to find some GPS. But
what's this goof doing over
there?
Oh, God! He's dead! Little Donnie's dead!
Donnie's done. What in the world?
That Russian just killed Little Donnie. Oh, my God.
Donnie is just out. My God, Michael, he may have killed him as you said there. Look at Boris Baronov standing strong and tall with that Russian flag in his hand there. My God, Michael, where did that lariat come from? Little Donnie has just been decimated as I have never seen before here. We have seen him take a few beatings, but man alive, that is like nothing else. And the referee is just dumbfounded there as well. Somebody needs to get in there and help Donnie.
Hello, my name is Stuart, and welcome to another exciting episode of Study Hall with Stuart, starring me, Stuart Snodgrass. This week, we're going to be talking about amazing facts about comic books. Number 1. The first modern comic book was Famous Funnies and was released in the United States in 1933. Number 2. The world's largest comic book collection is housed in the Library of Congress. It holds over 100,000 individual issues and gains 200 new issues a month. Isn't that amazing? Number 3. Surprisingly, Superman was not the first comic book superhero. The first superhero was Mandrake the Magician, whose superpowers included a super fast hypnotic technique, turning invisible, shape-shifting, levitation, and teleportation. I would love to have some of those superpowers. Number 4. Martin Goodman, founder of Marvel Comics, should have been on the Hindenburg during its famous first flight. Luckily for him, and for all of us Marvel fans, He waited too long to purchase the tickets and could not get seats side by side for himself and his wife. Phew! Number 5. The Incredible Hulk was originally gray and first debuted in 1963. But Marvel changed him to green due to the fact that the printer could not provide a consistent gray color. The Hulk would change from gray to black to other shades of gray from page to page and panel to panel. In order to address this issue, the legendary Stan Lee chose to go with the color that would come off the printing presses with fewer issues, the now iconic green. Wow! That concludes this episode. As always, be kind, be curious, share the gift of knowledge, and just say no to wedgies. Good day.
Ladies and gentlemen, next match is the first match, the opening round of the Buddy Shane Memorial Tag Team Tournament. We're going to see the Burke County Boys, the Big Donnie and Wildman James Brody, taking on the Perry James gang of Derek Driver, Mr. Debonair, and look here, the newest member of the Perry James gang, Myrick Moore.
You see Perry James strutting his way to the ring with this new duo that he's going to bring here to NAWA competition.
They may be new here to NAWA, but these two men are a well-oiled tag team machine. They've been tag teaming all over the Carolinas for years together. And finally, Derek has gotten his, I would say, best friend, Myrick Moore, here, along with him and Perry James in NAWA Championship Wrestling.
That's absolutely correct. Derek Driver knows for sure in the form of Myrick Moore that he's got someone he can trust and rely on as far as a tag team partner is concerned. He definitely had to go through some tribulations there in dealing with some of those former members now of the James gang, like Hunter Thompson. Didn't fully know if he could trust Hunter Thompson because, as we said before, Hunter was a mercenary. He was brought in here to do certain things. Myrick Moore, on the other hand, is one of Derek Driver's best friends. So we have to go and assume that these two will be that well-oiled machine, as you said there, Michael.
If you look at Myrick Moore, he looks like he could be a mercenary and a hitman on his own. Not somebody that you want to mess with, in my opinion.
Both of these two men in top-notch physical condition, and when you add in the fact that they are managed by Perry James, that's even more dangerous there.
When you talk about a well-oiled machine, these two guys are facing probably the most oiled up machine in NAWA.
We'll say they're well lubricated.
I hope they use lubrication. But they're taking on the Burke County Boys, the combination of Big Donnie and the NAWA Heavyweight Champion, Wildman James Brody. And if you watched this program, you saw just a few weeks ago those two beat the living crap out of each other over the NAWA Heavyweight title, but have since joined forces again and are back together and on the same page with Downtown Digger Brown managing them. Here they are, ladies and gentlemen, the faces of NAWA Championship Wrestling in the tag team division. Multiple-time tag team champions. They've got their hands full tonight, though, don't they?
Two tough men, and yes, as you said, Michael, they definitely have their hands full here as they'll be challenging Myrick Moore and Derek Driver in this first-round matchup of the Buddy Shane Memorial Tag Team Tournament. I'll tell you what, this is going to be a slobber knocker, I'll go ahead and say. Definitely from the angle of Big Donnie and James Brody there. Those two, as you said, just here a couple of weeks ago, beat the tar out of each other over the NAWA Heavyweight Championship. So if they're willing to do that to two people that they actually love and enjoy, what are they going to do to two guys that they don't particularly like?
Well, you got to also, in the back of your mind, you got to wonder, is that encounter between those two still there? I know they hugged and said they made up, but there could be some animosity on Donnie's part that he didn't win that match.
Could be.
It could play a factor in this match, but it seems as the brotherhood of the Burke County Boys, the BCB, is as strong as ever. But again, you have to wonder when that Perry James, that bald-headed geek, the corn dog with eyebrows. Yes, I said it, Redbeard. It's been a long time since I've said it because
you stole my line.
You've taken my line there, but you have to wonder when this man's going to stick his bald head into this match. But hopefully Digger Brown can be a little bit more agile than normal and counteract that attack of Perry James.
We'll see how far he can throw that cane of his, hopefully, and maybe distract Perry James there. But as you said, that corn dog with eyebrows, I'm going to take that line back from you there at ringside. Always just a presence that you have to be concerned with anytime you're around one of his charges. And I'll tell you what, just amazing to see him continue to find talent to bring to NAWA and continue to just, I'll say, run roughshod over a lot of our talent here, Michael.
Not just here, all over the Carolinas. You know, love him or hate him. A lot of people hate him, but
I haven't
he
found
is
anyone who
one of
likes him
the.
yet.
What?
I haven't found anyone who likes him yet.
Well,
You said some people love him and some people hate him.
I like him, but he's running roughshod all over the Carolinas with Mr. Debonair, Derek Driver, and now Myrick Moore at their side here in NAWA Championship Wrestling. I expect big things out of them here. They may even win this tournament. If they can squeak by the Burke County boys, they could easily win this tag team tournament.
There you see Myrick Moore trying to get some support behind him and Derek Driver, but I don't think that's going to work out in his favor. Burke County boys, big-time fan favorites here in NAWA. Here we go with the opening lockup. Big Donnie giving a big shove there to Myrick Moore. Oh, Myrick says he pulled the hair.
They're already getting advice from Perry James on how to take out Big Donnie. You know, Big Donnie took out Perry James's hitman and Hardcore Hunter Thompson in the finals of the Scotty McKeever Memorial Tournament.
That's very true.
So Perry's probably studied that tape and kind of looked for the holes in Big Donnie's game.
So much history in a collision like this when you look back at what we've been through here over the past couple of weeks and months in NAWA competition.
Myrick, you're not really looking too smart here. You're going attacking a 400-plus pound man.
Definitely not a wise strategy. But now here we have Derek Driver making his entrance into this competition for the first time, trying to alert the referee to something here, not sure what just yet.
He's probably, not sure what he's telling him.
Oh wow.
Not a very smart attack on the part of Mr. Debonair himself.
The ace in the hole there, he found a wall in the form of Big Donnie. That 400-pounder was not having any of that attempted shoulder tackle there at all. And now Donnie going to the assault on that left arm. Tags in Wild Man James Brody here.
And this is a matchup that we're going to see later on in NAWA Championship Wrestling. Hopefully, because we know Derek Driver is slated as the #1 contender. Will that match ever take place? It's been building for weeks here since he's been declared #1 contender. Hopefully we'll see that match sometime in the future. If not, oh well.
That's very true. Derek Driver, a very sought-after individual. He's not only in competition here at NAWA, he's all over the Carolinas. And now, for the time being, though, he is getting that left shoulder taken almost out of socket there by James Brody. Look at the anguish on his face there.
And again, the best camera work in professional wrestling in the independent area here. We get you right into that action. You know what's going on inside the square circle when you're watching this program.
Driver needs to find a way to get out of this predicament he's in here now, as Brody's got a firm grip on that arm, getting Big Donnie back in the match here.
And any questions of the teamwork between BCB that we had brought up earlier has been put to rest. These two guys are working together perfectly, and they have taken control of this match and have taken Derek Driver's arm and just kept him on their side of the ring.
Classic tag team strategy there, Michael, as they have, as you said, cut off their half of the ring. Derek Driver can't even get a boot out there to try and tag in Myrick Moore. Starting to get a little bit chippy in here, though, as Driver gets a back elbow, and now a couple of standing exchanges there. Big Donnie trying to mix it up with old Driver.
Well, Derek's not stupid. He smartly goes to those ropes and makes the tag to his partner and friend, Myrick Moore. We're going to see these two big boys clash at it again.
That's a lot of beef there in that ring. Now, Myrick somewhat uncharacteristically shoves Donnie back there into the, we'll say, defensive corner, and now tags in Wild Man James Brody. Myrick eats a shot there to the kidneys, and now he's in a bad way.
Come on,
as the
referee.
Burke County boys have him with a double clothesline.
You got to get one of them men out of the ring now.
One count only, says the referee. Now Brody's going to work over that shoulder on Myrick Moore.
Myrick Moore was desperately trying to make the tag out there, but Brody was able to cut him off there.
Persistent ring awareness on display by Driver and Moore here, as they have been. Oh, look at that, though. There's Perry James making his presence felt here. And now Myrick Moore puts the boots to Brody. Suddenly we have a huge momentum shift just in that one moment, as Perry James tripped up Wildman.
I told you it would not take long for Mr. Clean, the corn dog, to get involved in this match, and it has shifted the momentum tremendously.
In that one moment there, suddenly Perry James has his men back in control of this match. Now Big Donnie making a charge in there, trying to help his man, but now he's eating you might as well say 4 boots from from Derek Driver and from Mark Moore.
Oh, just starting to twist the head and neck of the heavyweight champion here. Wildman James Brody in a bad position in the ring right now.
He's dead in the middle of that ring. Can't reach any of the ropes or his partner at this point in time. But he's getting some momentum, starting to fight out of it here. A couple of elbows to the gut of Moore. Moore gets a big knee into the gut of, into Brody, and now he's down on the mat.
Just takes a handful of that afro and pulls him right down to the ground.
Moore was complaining about him pulling the hair earlier. Pretty sure Moore returned the favor there.
Well, do unto others as they do unto you, as it says.
Exactly. Oh, wow. Just a cheese grater-like effect. Those laces on the boot of Derek Driver. Now look at Digger Brown. He was starting to get in there with that cane almost.
And the heavyweight champion gaining a moment. Oh, never mind. Cut him right off.
Stiff elbow and forearm. Now Driver started to, sunset flip attempt here. Is he going to be able to pull him across? No, says Driver. Straight right hand into the forehead of Wildman.
And again, both of these teams working very well together. Each guy knows each other so well. This is going to be a tough one. I don't know who's going to win this match. Right back to the neck, twisting the head of James Brody is Myrick Moore.
Very impressed with the performance of Driver and Moore here. You have to say they're a couple of villains, but at the same time, if it works, it works.
Myrick Moore goaded Big Donnie in, and right behind the referee's back, they switched out, and now Derek Driver with that rear chin lock on the NAWA heavyweight champion.
And look at Perry James, just putting his face where it doesn't belong there between those 2 bottom ropes.
Just telling James Brody to give up. It's over. They're moving on in the Buddy Shane Memorial Tag Team Tournament. They're going to win this thing. Just quit now while you're ahead. But James Brody, hard-headed as can be, as we saw a few weeks ago when they busted his best friend and brother open from headbutts.
Jacks up Derek Driver there with that jaw. But now both men are in the middle of the ring. They've got to get something going here. Tag in the freshmen on both sides. Myrick Moore eats a big right hand, and so does Driver.
Nobody throws a better right hand in this business than Big Donnie, as you can see. Oh, my God!
There with Driver.
Mr. Debonair has met the floor of the Lenore American Legion Hall here tonight.
Perry James is livid. He can't understand what's going on there at all.
Digger Brown just tripped up Myrick Moore. James Brody with the big boot.
Here it comes. 400 pounds. Oh, my God, Michael.
He just squashed him like a bug. And the Burke County boys have moved on to the second round of the Buddy Shane Memorial Tag Team Tournament.
And nothing that Perry James could do there at all. Look at Big Donnie standing tall in the middle of that ring. Victorious, he and Wildman are in this first round matchup.
And the newest version of the Perry James gang, unsuccessful in their first showing here in NAWA Championship Wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, next week here on NAWA Championship Wrestling, we will have more action from the Vault, plus Stuart Snodgrass versus Jacob Ryan, and additional matches from the Buddy Shane Memorial Tournament first round.